Missladypetal here, and how you doing today? I know it's been a little while since I last spoke to you all, and today I'm having a big day of YouTube and uploading some pages that I videoed over a period of time, and I haven't had a chance actually yet to upload them because I've been really busy with lots and lots of different projects. And generally when you don't see me uploading very much, I'm incredibly busy with other aspects of my art life. So at the moment I'm not teaching today at Canefields because there's been an influenza outbreak there, and I've been banned from going to the clubhouse because they don't want me to come down with it. So I've decided, yay, I'll catch up on some of my YouTube uploading and editing my videos and doing some more pages. So I've got 2 different lots uploading today, and actually I've got 3 different lots uploading today. So you'll have a feast of Missladypetal art. For those of you that have been messaging me, and I've had heaps of messages from my subscribers and friends on Facebook saying, where are you on YouTube? We miss you. Which is lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you. You're all a caring bunch. But that's just one of the byproducts of being, you know, incredibly busy, earning a living in the art world at the moment. And you know, I'm fortunate that occasionally I get a little bit of time to do this kind of thing. The kids are out or asleep, or they're working, or, you know, the husband's away. But on the weekends, you know, everyone's home. And it's a little bit rainy here today. You can probably hear some birds screaming in the background, and that's just because I've got my front door open and letting, you know, some of that rainy, smelly, rainy air that I love, that smell. You know, when it first starts to rain and you get this kind of earthy smell, earthy, grassy smell. I love that smell so much. So I, you know, keep my doors open. And my little kitty, who's my little adventures in crime in my storytelling parts of my art journal, she's in here causing strife on the floor and wanting to jump up. Come on. You gonna come up? Come on. Yeah, come on. So here she is, and she's a little smoocher. She loves to smooch all the time, and she is an absolute barrel of laughs and energy all the time. Some of the antics that we reckon we could have filmed would have been YouTube hits, and I think because she's so spontaneous, it's over before we think to do it. But she is a constant source of hilarity in this household at the moment. We absolutely adore her, and because she's so adventurous, she is my little companion in a lot of my storytelling. I got that idea from Robin Laws with her lovely duck and the red string. I've seen the red string used quite a lot with different artists in the storytelling art. But I've also found and thought of a way to incorporate that concept into art therapy, and to have a guide when you're going through grief and you're moving through that process, and you're doing that with art therapy. And I'm expanding on that concept at the moment, that you would have a guide with a string that connects you to your thoughts and is your companion throughout all your musings on grief and everything that's going on with you in that all through the stages of that journey. And I'm developing that into a course and looking at that at the moment. It's gorgeous, really, the concept of that. Today I have a Facebook art therapy page, so for those of you that have contacted me in the past and kind of said, you know, do you do art therapy online? Now that I'm a qualified art therapist, I am open to doing individual sessions, paid sessions online via Skype, for those of you that don't live near me. But I also have a Facebook art therapy page where I put up resources and thoughts and daily musings from a bunch of different art therapy sites that I subscribe to, because I believe that the more people that are touched by art and the different ways that art can be used in healing is a really important tool. That page is Peter Thompson Art Therapist. I will put the link to that Facebook page on this video in the description, and I'll flash it up on the screen here now, but in the description it will be a live link so that you can just click on it and it will take you there. And I'd love it for you to like it and see what I'm doing on that space. I won't be doing any counselling on that space. It is more about advertising my local art therapy groups and activities and teaching where I'm doing that. And also people can message me if they want private sessions and they don't live in my local area. But all of my contacts here make it easy for you to contact me via email and also via my art therapy page, to explore that if you want to go down that path. The first sessions, I charge $50 an hour. And the first session is always a talking session that does not involve art therapy, because it's a diagnostic session, and we get to the point where we focus on exactly that which we want to work on in our sessions together. And you typically would have a block of 5 or 6 sessions to start working through that procedure. Some people need more, some people need less. It's really up to that first session where we get into what it is that you're dealing with at the moment, to be able to then work on that more. Now, with different time zones, that sometimes that you know is a little bit problematic, and with my teaching schedule and working schedule, sometimes that can also be problematic. So it's always best to kind of wait for me to reply and organise it, and we can always work something out with different time zones. I do guest teaching with Bible art journaling sites and blog hops, and also Periscope hops and things like that. And I get up at odd hours and they schedule things around me being in the southern hemisphere as well, so that's really good. So I've done some amazing things lately that I'm really happy about and really tickle my community, giving back to the community kind of buttons. With Rotary last weekend, I went out to our District 9630 conference out at Roma, and that's 6 hours drive west of where I live, out into, it's like the gateway or the gateway or the hub point for the outback Australia. So it's like really cool out there. Very big stockyards and lots of bottle trees or baobab trees, and they've had a lot of rain out there recently, but they are in drought, and typically drought takes years to get over. So you can't just have one rain event and say, oh, the drought's been broken. You then have to have farmers that have destocked all their livestock to restock and to start paying down debt with that. That takes, you know, often years to do, and crops need to be first sown and then grown, and additional water there to be able to get those crops harvested, and then that money flowing through for farmers to get back on their feet. So the drought is quite invasive in north and western Queensland, and I was able to paint 10 paintings at conference. So I managed to do the 10 paintings. I had the backgrounds, all 9 backgrounds pretty much done, and then I did one while I was there and worked on that from go to woe, and people were really interested in what I did with that. And I focused on scenes that I looked at on the way driving out to Roma, and that which I saw. I didn't take many photographs, and I just worked from memory, and I also worked from a couple of the tourist guides that were there. So I did mainly baobab trees, I did stockmen on horses, I did cows, I did desert scenes, that were out there. I also painted some features of the Carnarvon Gorges that were out there. And all of those paintings, I was hoping for $100 a painting. And I averaged about $150 a painting, and some got less and some got more, but it averaged out to about $150 a painting. And I was really happy with that response because, you know, painting landscapes is not my big thing, and I really felt that it was, you know, time to do something like that. And I had to do something that would remind people of Roma. When they bought those paintings, all 10 were sold, which is great. It was a very quick bidding process, which was awesome. And I really enjoyed the process of creating in front of, you know, 400 people that were coming around. And I had some of the youth exchange students actually add things to the paintings and help me with some of my paintings, which was lots of fun. And they had buy-in on that. And I thought that was just a really great time and thing to do. It was very unique. It's not been done at conference before, and I was glad that I could just on my own in, you know, about 25, I think it was about 25 to 30 hours worth of work, and I got $1,500 for that. So essentially kind of, you know, not a week's work, but I'd put some work into it, and I was quite happy with that. Yeah, to do 10 paintings. If I was working on one painting, you know, I'd expect to get a lot more, and the painting would have been a lot more detailed and would have been a lot better. But because I was knocking them out, because I wanted a lot of people to be able to have the option to purchase, it went incredibly well, and I'm really pleased with that. And I've also been for, this is International Women's Day this week, and we're doing a week's worth of activities with Logan Women's Health and Wellbeing Centre, and I'm running the Feelings Journal course there, which is having some amazing results so far. People are accessing really hidden, deep things in their emotional memory that they hadn't talked about before. And this is how powerful art therapy can be. And I find it interesting that there's, you know, a couple of really strong, self-assured, successful, happy women in this group, and they have been the ones that are really breaking down within the group. And it's been difficult for them to come to grips with the fact of that. But there's a huge different range of situations and women at different life stages on their group, and they're excited about what's being achieved in the group and the friendships that they're making. I'm encouraging friendship within that group. It only goes for 6 weeks, so, you know, we have a short window of time for that to be able to run. I really had a lot of fun with the Gratitude Canvas workshop, and I talked about the science of gratitude and what it really means, and enrolled people that really were looking at gratitude about things that had happened in their life that they could be grateful for, in the space of gratitude is actually the science of being thankful for that which you could not do for yourself, which you have not earned, which you could not do for yourself. And to have that rule, because if you're grateful for all those other things, it comes under the banner of thankfulness. You're thanking someone for doing something for you, or you're grateful. Whereas gratitude is all about that which we have, like being born in Australia, for example, in this free country where in my group I have lots of different faiths, and I have lots of different cultures and countries represented in the small group that's in that group. And we have the freedom there to speak freely about everything that's going on with us right now in the context of every aspect of our lives, and we do. And that is a really good thing. And within the gratitude workshop we did the same thing. And then I helped them to translate their vision of their personal journey with gratitude, because I had them go through an exercise of gratitude and personalize it in the context of their own lives and their own walk, and then to put an image down on that that was valuable for them. And that worked incredibly well. And for those of you that follow me on Facebook, you would have seen that post. And I will come back in a minute because my son's girlfriend's home and we're going to bake pancakes together, so I'll come and chat to you after that. Okay, pancakes are done and dusted. They were yum. Buttermilk pancakes rock. So yeah, going back on the activities that I'm doing lately, there's a lot of YouTube videos going up today. I'm working on some projects. I'm doing Let's Face It 2016 with Cara Bullock, and that's been lots of fun. Heaps of great teachers, and if you're interested in doing faces, there's 2 in the background behind me on the wall here, and most of them I do in journals, but those particular ones, like Juna's, which is the blue one in the background, Juna Biagioni, wonderful artist that does these very loosely drawn portraits that have, I think they hide mysteries. You wonder what they're thinking, and they're nowhere near as detailed as some, like they're detailed and they take a long time. I'm being photobombed. Thanks, Brandon. Wrong side. Oh gosh. I'm famous now. You're going to be on YouTube. Oh, my kids are naughty. Naughty. That's the joy of having kids that are at uni and working. They're home too much still. So yes, I'm happy and moving on. You know, I don't have time to film every single thing that I'm doing, and I definitely don't film those classes that I'm doing lessons in. So all the pages that I'm doing, I kind of show them in different forums and whatever. But when I'm learning different classes and learning from different artists, I don't film that process because that's their process and that's their IP. And although I will show in that forum and sometimes in other forums what I'm doing in those classes, you know, I believe we should always be learning, and you know, I'm interested in faces and exploring different things to do with faces that I really like doing, and that's kind of why I picked that course, you know. As I increase this year, you know, my teaching and things like that, and having exhibitions, it just means that I can't do as much of my own kind of imaginative stuff, and I will try and keep that coming out, but I cannot keep the schedule that I had before when I had more time on my hands and when I wasn't doing as many classes, because I still film for JKIS as I'm still a teacher on that, and so I've got a lot of commitments going on this year, but that's a great thing. And I'd rather be busier in the arts industry, because that's what I love and what I'm doing, than not busy at all. So that's great. And I just want to say to all of you, thank you for following me, and have a great week, everyone. And remember, learn something new today. It keeps you young. Ciao for now.